Yes, hello. Good morning, good evening. I'm Terlin. This time I will talk about how to relieve the accumulated stress, or while traveling to work with a feeling like a lady on time between housework and childcare. I will talk to people who are working in an easy to understand manner. So please keep in touch with us. Now I would like to talk about today's title, How to Relieve Stress. How do you deal with stress? In my case, I have an image that I will gradually eliminate stress slowly and gradually rather than suddenly bringing stress to zero. To be a little more specific, in my past years, I drank a lot of alcohol, was a heavy smoker, and shouted, like complaining. 2. Suddenly, I is stressed by radical means. In a way that can be said to be reckless, his real name is Yoshiaki, and his nickname is called Reckless Orton, and he cheated on stress relief method with a random coping method. The stress relief method that stopped the method of cheating by such a radical method and recognized when while asking oneself is to reduce the stress to about half in oneself once. After that, I rely on some kind of distraction and take the method of relieving stress in those 2 steps. It's about what you are doing at the first step, and it's already very simple. They change this lifestyle. That's it. No. There may be people who want to do this air. It isn't natural, but surprisingly, this is the basics in the basics. In my case, when you are stressed out, lack of exercise, lack of sleep, and nutritional balance. There are only these 3 cases, so we will first prioritize maintenance there. From experience, I feel that just adjusting these lifestyle habits has reduced stress considerably. However, human beings are stressed things, and if stress accumulates for some reason, they run to binge eating. I'm out late at night. They tend to take contradictory action that add extra stress, especially in recent years. Free behavior during the day from the stress that I could not take, driven by the psychology that is a waste to sleep. There seems to be a tendency that there are a lot of people hooded the nightstay. It seems to be called revenge night, of such a psychological tendency, and it seems to be a big topic now. However, as you know, sleep has the effect of increasing stress reduction. So, I think that people who suffer mental damage or are susceptible to such effects have to take it firmly. In the field of psychology and human behavior, I'm also interested in philosophy books. Under British playwright Shakespeare, in the four great tragedy contains another. A good sleep is a corralling drug for headache. Oh, I was researching its healing effects. From such a point of view, since ancient times, modern times, and perhaps people in the near future are human beings, you may understand this sleep behavior as your own experience, not as a silly. Lack of sleep not only lead to loss of concentration or weakening on immunity. It can be frustrating. It's easy to get stressed, so it's not very good. So here's a place to be careful. However, it is of course impossible to completely erase stress from life, so I think it is most important to build a lifestyle in a better direction while facing stress. Simply, there will be stress that cannot be solved ever after adjusting the lifestyle. So, in that case, you can reward yourself. You may want to give it a moderate distraction. The last as a countermeasure to stress as a solution that is personality useful. It is an attitude to make your own instruction manual clearly. For example, what kind of life do I live in? Good condition? On the other hand, you have data. You have data about yourself, such as what kind of life you live and whether you will be in bad condition. In my case, I've been building up this data for years, so I've been able to stabilize my mental state quite a bit. Among them, I think that it was particularly useful, but what kind of time is it when I'm tempted, or what kind of time is it when I'm in a good mood? I make these four things such as a list of good things and a list that make me cool. This is important, so I will. I will repeat it again. 1. Temper list. 2. Ila list. 3. Gokigen list. 4. Makes a list that will be sober. For example, in the frustrating list, it is simple, but it's easy to get frustrated if things do not go according to my expectation, and it is easy to get emotional when sleep time falls below 5 hours. On the other hand, in the case of the Gokigen list, if you get up early and work, you can spend a refreshing feeling. Or if you get 7 hours of sleep, you can be calm, such as things like that. And if you think that your mental state has deteriorated, you can open the Notes app or handwritten notes. Look at these for rest and compare them with your current self to keep your mind clean. I was exposed to unreasonable demands, especially in my early 40s, and I struggle with stress every day. So I realized that I was saved quite a bit by this 4 list. Also, make such a list and make lifestyles and lifestyles. If you review it, your inner voice about you will become clearer. So we update it every time. For example, in my case, it was written in the frustrating list that I liked exercise. One day, I should have exercised for about 2 hours of cardio, but my stress didn't go away at all. Yes, at that time, it was indeed notice water. It only have to exercise simply. After that, I tried swimming, doing right muscle training, and doing various genres of exercise to research how my stress level changes. Then, I personally realized the effect. It was a time of walking in nature and playing basketball. Therefore, when working, I try to do it not in the city, but in places with large parks and sea with a lot of nature, especially by the beachside. For me, the large parks and beachside rich in nature. It is a healing spot. It is healing spot that heal the hurt, so to speak. So we always work and update the big park and beachside with the image of emptying your head. Also, in my case, basketball as part of my lifestyle. So simply try to improve my health through basketball with a strong heart. By communicating with them, member and the community, I'm relaxed. As a common exercise or by chatting with friends who are good at exciting through a common community. Stress releases. I think it's an effective means. Isn't it effective to relieve stress by chatting with friends who are good at doing something common, or even if you are not good at exercise through a common community? In addition, there is a data and in a study published in 2019 at the University of Michigan. If you touch nature more than 3 times a week, it is said that the stress body decreased by about 28% per hour. It seems that it is effective just to touch nature for about 10 minutes. So, these people who are busy every day and cannot take time to touch nature can eat in the natural park. When commuting, you can walk through the buildings, area, gardens, and parks. You may want to find your own feeling spot when you can easily interact with nature in your life. Yes, so this time I talked about it under the title of Stress Relief Method. Yes, of course, stress. Rising liquid. There is also a good aspect that leads to confidence by exceeding the obstacles in front of you. Stress equals bad and do not have a fixed concept. I think it's also important not to be too pessimistic. First of all, I would like you to gain a good insight into your personality and current lifestyle and find a stress relief method that suits you. I'm also facing the stress relief method in the same way, so let's get over it with everyone who watched together. We are supporting people who are suffering from stress, so that is the above today. See you in the next delivery. Thank you for watching. Thank you.